about parenting. Parenting is hard. My guest this morning has seen how I've been, trying to tell my baby, please sit, please keep quiet. Parenting is hard. I actually give big ups to the teachers of nursery babies. I don't know how they handle these children. Oh my God, these babies are a headache. Before even we go further, the holiday has just started. But by the look of things, some parents are already complaining. The school February is very far. But my dear, we need to, stay with these kids. Perhaps learn how to parent them so that by the time they go back to school, they'll be better. This morning, I'm honored and delighted to have, I call her my former boss, Madame Felicia Kugonza. She's a married woman, Mrs. I'm honored to have you this morning. She used to work with us here at UBC, but she decided to leave us, but it's okay. Madam, you're welcome this morning.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Madam Kugonza, I'll call you Kugonza because my little one is called Kugonza.
It's well. I was very excited when you told me about that.
Yes.
Actually, she's my sister going forward. My twin.
She's your twin. Very naughty.
Yeah.
Parenting. Someone watching us would want to know your name and exactly what you do.
Thank you for the opportunity, Sheila. My name is Felicia Betty Kugonza. I'm a married lady. Blessed. I'm married, by the way, to a man. Let me make this clear.
Yes.
Because there are several issues nowadays. People claim marriage when they are issues around. They are married to a man, and together we are blessed with 6 children.
Wow.
I'm a CEO of Hoima Haven Hotel. Like she has mentioned, when I retired, I never actually retired. It was
a calling,
but I just switched to something else that I needed to do. I went into entrepreneurship. I'm a farmer. I'm a life coach, and above all, after my retirement, I'm able to do what she's talking about, the topic we are going to discuss, parenting. I've made adjustments over the last 25 years. I've had so many lessons along the way, so it's becoming better. I've realized so many things.
The questions are many in my head. I've even paused a bit. Madam Kugonza, what is parenting? To someone out watching that they don't know what parenting is. What is parenting?
Parenting is a calling. Parenting is a commitment. Parenting is living with purpose. But what are we seeing in the current generation? We have children. There's giving birth to children. And you leave them there. That's not parenting. When you choose to parent, it's when you commit that I'll give these children time to see them through the different stages of their lives. It's a commitment. You decide that now I'm going to do parenting to my children, and it's intentional.
Wow. Parenting, it's intentional. Okay, I'll give an example. We parent differently. Like, what is the normal saying of nowadays? What are the different parenting stages or roles? Because even I, for one, I don't know if I know how to parent, because the little one is too naughty to an extent that in the house I have a naughty corner. That in that naughty corner you sit there is either a cockroach or there is a lizard, at least to make sure I'm timing that little one not to be off the board. Is that parenting?
Parenting, I'll discuss it from the studies which have been made. Parenting is in several stages.
Could you have some of those stages?
Yes, I do. When we talk about parenting, it's actually extending influence to your children through the various stages of their lives. And the experts have told us between 0 and 5 years.
Wow.
Or 0 to 7 years, that's when parenting influence is at the peak.
Yes.
So as a parent, you should be aware that if I've given birth and I've decided to parent, between 0 to 7 years, commit, give it time, be purposeful. When we move from 8 to 12 years, then the influence on those children drops dramatically.
But
it
why?
drops dramatically. It's just science. It drops. When you reach 15 years, I think the influence of parenting is just 6%. Reason being, by the time my child reaches 16 years, now the influences are many. We have peer groups. Nowadays we have social media. We have neighbors. We have relatives.
We have TikTok. I could say about social media. The thing that is up onto the top note that I could say is spoiling our kids is TikTok. Because there's a lot of content going on TikTok. Some of the content I don't think it's worthy for the children to watch, but how shall we know? Because these kids are entitled to have phones.
Now, as parents, we need to be aware of these risks. So I was saying, at 15 years, it drops to 6%.
Yes.
At 21 years, actually, there is nothing you can do.
It drops completely.
There is no influence you can have on the child, because that's an adult taking his own decisions. You can talk, but he will decide. So as a parent, we need to understand. Of course, there are limitations. We all don't know these things. But as parents, we should open ourselves up to learning and committing. I know there are conflicting demands on parents, like how I've shared with you that I'm a mother of 6.
Yes. How does it feel like to be a mother of 6? Isn't the house on fire?
It is. But I had never realized that fire. I've clustered my children actually into 3. The first 3, when I was in active employment, I never really got to see that fire. Then the last 3.
You have seen the fire.
It's where I'm seeing the fire. And I know there are very many parents out there who do not see the fire. Because you wake up, you're waking up at 6.
Yes, true.
Your child is sleeping. If you have those going to school, you wake them up. 5:30. Shower, you're driving them to school.
We have maids who can even shower them.
Exactly.
Sometimes we even have drivers who drop these children to school.
That's why I say, as parents, between 0 to 5 years, why do you delegate
a maid
to bathe your child? Actually, I have a 4-year-old child. The other day I told you I operate home Haven Hotel.
Yes,
she's going to school. So children, the way they can get their
uniforms,
the
way they tuck in,
the way they tuck
they
in.
actually shower here like this, then they Vaseline here like this. I don't know why they Vaseline on top.
So only this girl jumped out. I have another baby who is almost 2 years. So this girl jumped out on me. So I followed, only to realize the security guy was trying to put him together. So I called this guy. I said, I think you're doing it in good faith, but it's not right. So I sat him down and guided him. So how many parents are there? And maids are showering our children. The security men are helping our children to tuck in.
Sometimes they even, as they're showering them, they're pinching them.
They're pinching
them.
In the morning, how they can be horrible. The cabina is big.
You know how they can be horrible in the morning. They are crying, this, and then the maid will slap a bit.
And before you know it, they develop a bond that is unbreakable.
Wow.
If you see your child with an unbreakable bond with a maid,
work on it.
Just know there is an issue. Try to investigate and see what's behind.
So, parenting. Now, let's talk about what kind of parenting do we need. Let's say from, as you've said, from 0 to 5 years. How do I parent? Just in case I have a very, very naughty child. What is the beating inclusive in this? Is the shouting inclusive in this? Because some of us shout. I, for one, my little one can go overboard, and I feel like I want to get this little one and strangle her. Recently, I even said, I'm going to beat you and put you in the fridge. To you, is that the kind of parenting that we look at?
Well, parenting styles vary, but my call is for all parents to observe the years of their children. Between 0, like I've said, between 0 to 7 years.
Yes,
that's where the parental influence is peak.
How do we parent at that level?
Be alert on your child. We all know the core values of a family. If you have a girl child like that one, Start teaching her the core values at that age. If you're washing plates, I know some of us are slay queens. We have nails. We don't wash plates. We don't do what. But if you're an intentional mother, you will wake up one day and say, Kugonza, let's go and wash plates. Kugonza, come and help me do this. I'm peeling. As she's there, she's learning. That's being intentional. Then when Kugonza dartens, for example, she has eaten, and as dartens the floor, I know she can't clean so well, but tell her, please, pick up. Even if she doesn't pick all, but at least she's developing the concept that when I darten her place, I should be able to
make it clean. Then
let her carry her plate to the sink. But most of us leave the maids
to do that.
Children eat, they are served. Being served is okay, but they eat, leave plates on the table. You want the maid to come pick. I know we have the money, we can hire up to 3 maids in a home, but are you training your children right from the very start? If you miss it from 0 to 7 years, it's going to be difficult in the subsequent years. Kugonza will grow up knowing I'm supposed to be served. Even when she comes from school, you don't tell her, Kugonza, have this cloth and dust your
shoes.
I've seen children whose shoes have been polished up to P7. They go to S1, they can't even polish their shoes. And that's when most parents carry these children to boarding school. So you're carrying a burden from home
to a teacher
or to school,
to a matron.
And now the schools have realized they are also not helping. In the past it was. I went to boarding in S1 and I was washing. But I've realized some schools have put washing machines. And as a parent, as you drop your kid first time, you're paying money for
the washing.
Parent, you pay. S1, they're washing for your S1.
So how will that kid learn how to wash?
S6 is how old?
18, 17.
Child is going to university, cannot wash, cannot cook, make for herself small meals at home. Yes, the money is there, but are you going to be available for the entire life of these children? Do you have assurance of your life? What if you become incapacitated as a parent? Are you doing the right thing? That's what parents should ask themselves. Are you doing the right thing? Do you know you can have all the money and get incapacitated in a second? Do you know it? Will your child help you? Does she even know how to move you, that when mommy falls sick, I'm supposed to take her to the hospital? I'm supposed to call the neighbors? I'm supposed to call the relatives? You've not taught her all those basics because you're busy chasing money. And some of us want friendship. Because we have the money, we don't have the time. We focus on friendship with our children too much. I don't want to annoy my child.
I know.
I don't want to annoy my child.
They even bribe us.
She asks for, you give. You see her, she comes and tells you, maid did this. You call the maid and rebuke. But what is she learning?
You're abusing the children in front of the maid.
In front of the abusing the maid in front of the children.
In front of the children,
and them, they start doing the same. And I think now the challenge there, maids have become a challenge. I don't know whether you realized. Most parents are crying. But this could be something we, the parents, have caused over the years. The way we are bringing up our children. A child wakes up, does not even greet this person who cooks for him or her food.
They don't even say thank you.
They don't say they eat and leave on the table. For them, they move, dining table, eat. After dining table, they go back to the screen. They go back to their bedrooms. You know, nowadays people have big houses. Reach age 21, you can't influence. But as a parent, you are paying school fees and you grow up seeing a doctor. Well, God may bless you and you get a doctor.
Who is rich?
You grow up seeing an engineer. God may bless you, you get an engineer. But now it comes to a point, you know, life is continuous.
Yes.
And God has created it in a way that even these children will at one time marry.
Yeah, they'll get out of this house, yes.
So these children fall into relationships. They fall into relationships, they end up out there. Parents, nowadays we are looking at functions. I don't know whether you're seeing the decorations now. how the functions.
My dear, these days the functions of different weddings that we attend, and you look at the function and the decor, it's about 25 million.
And you look at the child, you ask yourself, has she got that money?
Of course, no. It's we, the parents, who are going to
the
put
parents
in that
are funding it. Of course, as a parent, you want to show it to the community that you brought up your child so well, your child left home well and entered into a marriage. But these people don't even spend a month in a marriage. They conflict. I know people who spent 1 week or 2 weeks. The lady was coming back with packed food.
All the way, every day from
Every
office.
day from work, packed food, and the husband would eat and keep those packages, keep packages. So after 2 weeks, the husband said, I want a meeting with both our families. They convened. And you know what the parents said? For us, we trained our child to make money.
Not to cook for you.
Not to cook for you. If you want to cook, you wake up and do it for yourself. You wake up and do it. But where is that coming from? It starts at an early age.
Yes.
Somebody is looking at washing plates as a punishment. And this doesn't go to one person, either the girl or the boy. It's both. Because nowadays the economic world dictates that all of us must work. But it means for the parents, you need to train all your children
to work,
to appreciate family values, the core activities of any home.
Do you mind telling us about the core values of a home? Because some of us really do not know what core values of a home are, or sometimes we just know core values is having a man in the family, because sometimes we sit and say, if I have a father figure in this house, this girl will be okay. But sometimes most of the parents out there are single mothers, and of course they say, maybe my baby is behaving like this because I don't have a father figure in the house. Maybe my baby is disturbing the maid because I don't have a father figure in the house. What are some of those core values? And are those some of the things that we should be saying? Because I do not have a father figure in the house, then my baby will not be able to behave.
Let me begin from parenting. This is a responsibility. Actually, we've started parenting minus talking about marriage. Let me begin at the point when somebody gets married. You're here, you decide, I'm going to stay with X for my lifetime. You know, marriage is a lifetime commitment.
Yes, true.
It means you're going to put into consideration all your aspirations as a whole, in totality. And it implies that each of you will have some part of him or her die. What do I mean? Some of the things you enjoyed when you get married, they die. You must abandon them. You must kill them.
I'm here thinking, what are some of those things that should die when I get married? What are some of those things, Madam?
No, I don't say dying as you marry, but
yes, I mean what you're saying, but
you used to be partying, with friends.
Jamila.
Every evening.
Oh, look, if you're watching from somewhere, please, I don't know whether Madam Kugonza is saying.
You used to go partying every weekend, every Friday, every Saturday. But when you get married, it changes. You would go with your friends. Let
me tell you something, Madam Kugonza. Recently here, one of my producers told me, we were somewhere and then we ate food. When the man went back home, he didn't eat the food. The house became on fire. They asked the man, so where are you coming from? You've not eaten food. My food that I've cooked with my own money that I've bought, what will I mean of these days? The next morning, I find this man. I'm like, what happens? My dear, we remember where we went to shoot? I'm like, yes, I didn't eat. We had something to eat which was heavy. So then I went back home. I took just a cup of water and slept, but there was a fire in her.
You know, we are failing to appreciate.
I will not mention the name of the person, but he knows himself.
Marriage is complementary.
Yes.
It's complementary.
So should also quarreling be part of dying?
No. Actually, marriage is not a bed of roses. When you talk about quarreling, I think in most marriages it's there. It's there. And it's okay. It's okay for you to lose your wires. It's okay for you to lose your tempers. It's okay for you to conflict. But to what extent do you conflict? Because we are all aware that conflict sometimes leads to good outcome. That's when you will sit and say, I think we need to sit to resolve this issue. You agree on how you will go about it going forward. Isn't that a positive outcome?
Oh, yes, it is.
So quarreling, conflicting in marriage is okay. For me, I say it's okay. But to what extent? There should be communication, agreeing. You should agree on certain parameters in a home. If you're married, you're not going to wake up, dress up that you're coming to
work,
to UBC,
yes,
for a show. When your husband is not aware. Even when he's in Gulu, I should call him and say, you know, on Saturday.
I think I'm a culprit here. I think the one baby scratching myself. I'm like,
on Saturday.
Did I inform my partner that I was coming to work? But wait, Madam Kugonza, why should I inform my partner that I'm coming to work? Because every single Saturday, you know, that I'm waking up at 8 to shower, and then my show starts at 9 to come to work. Why would I tell you that I'm coming to work? When you also know that Kahunde leaves the house at about 7:30 to come to prepare for her show. Should I begin telling everyone, should I wake up and inform him, today I'm going to work, by the way, the other day I'm going to work? Isn't that too much information?
One thing that builds a marriage and that makes marriages stronger is communication. Communication, and constant communication without ceasing. Well, your husband may know that every day you're employed at UBC, you go to work.
Yes.
But there are those days, you know, you can be moving from your home to here, you get a problem.
Yes, true.
And your husband is called and he says, I'm
not aware.
But if you notify your husband that, you know what, I'm going to work, then he gets a call that there's a problem, he will know, yeah, I think within this period she had told me that she's leaving home to go to work, she may be the one. But if you don't communicate, you may get a problem and it doesn't. Even at the workplace, we get issues. I even encourage people at the workplace, let your spouse know some of your
friends,
so that when your phone is off and he wants to reach you, he knows where to
go.
You get it? But some of us have kept our work environment so private that, and the children are learning, by the way. The children are also learning. If daddy comes back and asks where is mommy? At office, it will indicate to them, oh, mommy doesn't communicate to daddy when she's going. Where is mommy? Mommy went to the market. They get it. They don't talk, but they get it. It's very clear to them that there is a communication gap between parents.
Wow.
I remember one time when you talk about parenting, you know, I clustered my children into two. But one thing that has kept us together is communication with my husband. My firstborn is 25 years. I remember a time when he said...
You look so young to have a 25-year-old.
I was a teen mother, by the way. But I'm still with the same husband.
Yes.
So, this boy, I told you I made mistakes. I sent him to boarding very early in P1. But we lost the bond. I realized it. We lost the bond. But when he became a teenager, things started coming up, and I would share with
the dad.
With the dad. For us, we communicate. I remember this boy telling somebody, "Whatever you share with mommy, she will
share with daddy." Isn't that like that your bond between your son and you is going?
So, yeah, it was almost gone. Actually, I realized, but I thank God. The boy also realized it, that our bond was being broken. It was broken, and he knew the reasons as to why our bond was broken. And I thank God he was able to raise it to me. He told me, "Mommy, this is the way you parented me. This is what happened. It's high time you make a decision."
Between me?
No, for our young ones.
Wow.
He told me, "Mommy, many children in school are spoiled. You're busy going to work, but many children in school are spoiled."
At what age was he now? By then
he had completed S6. He told me, "Mommy was open. Mommy, I missed you.
Wow.
I craved for your hugs, but they were not there. That's why you say I left UBC early.
So that you could bond with the other 3.
I had to cluster and say, I have made mistakes with the first 3. Let me try and rectify.
With the other 3 that
with
I
the
have.
other 3. Then the 2, I also tried to, because they are still under my custody. For him, he left. Now he left.
Oh, he's a big boy now.
He has graduated. He's in the UK. So, but
you're waiting for a wife anytime soon.
Anytime. So he keeps on guiding me on parenting. And now, after retirement, I've realized the guy has been right.
About parenting.
About parenting all the way. He's not a parent. But I think because of what he went through, he chose to read about parenting, which I had never bothered. You know, they say parenting comes without a manual.
Yes,
but
it doesn't have a manual.
He did research on several things,
Yes.
and he tells me things which now I see. I say, this boy was right all along. When he said, I craved for your hugs, should I wait for you to wake up, then I go to work? Huh? You took me to boarding schools.
At a very tender age.
I used not to feel good. Huh? I was lonely.
Wow. So, Madam Kugonza, if I woke up and I took my little one to boarding, she's just 5 years, is that parenting?
I wouldn't encourage you to wake up and take Kugonza to boarding school at 5 years. Unless the circumstances are really beyond your control. And if you do it, it should be very costly for you to discourage you. Be there
For
every
this child.
week. Be there and talk to her every week. I had a child at St. Savio I have withdrawn in P4 because now I've realized, I had realized the errors
bond,
I made.
The bond that now
So
you
when
needed.
I took him, it became costly for me actually. I had to go to St. Savio to check on this boy every day. He was in P4. Then whenever I was leaving, saying bye, I would see tears crawling. But I didn't see tears of my firstborn. So after 2 terms, I said no. I withdrew him. I'm now with him in Hoima.
You drop him to school every morning.
The bus drops.
You
but
pick.
when I have time, no, the bus drops and
Picks.
picks.
But you
when
arrange them to go to school in the morning.
I wake up every day at 5, prepare them, I ensure they take tea. Flobeto is a good school in Hoima, and they are happy. I'm seeing the happiness on their faces. I'm seeing the happiness in the way they talk. They've even told me, Mommy, when I grow up, I'll take my kids to Flobeto Primary School in Hoima. Can you imagine? But I never had time to see the tears of my firstborn, even when I dropped him in P1.
You think he must have cried and cried and cried and cried?
And got tired. He cried and got tired. And he let me to be.
What is the best way of parenting? Basically from 0 to about 10 years.
0 to about 10 years, we need to involve ourselves. Let's not delegate. Those are years. In those years, don't delegate. The mistake I did, I delegated. I told you I had maids. Actually, by then I still had my mother. So when it was holiday time and I'm supposed to travel to the field, I was an employee of Ministry of Local Government with frequent travels all over the country. So it was either maids or I take them to my mother, to their grandmother. So they helped me to parent.
These children.
And I never had any
issue
about it. I'll travel freely, you leave the country, spend 2 weeks, come back, bring them clothes, bring them toys, you see them laugh and you think it's okay.
Kumbe, they are hurting inside.
Inside they are hurting. You have no time to ask them, how are you feeling? Does my absence affect you? Let's go to that extent of asking them, how do you feel?
I was about to ask you, I can see my producer is giving me thumbs up, just a little bit, sir. These children here, I will give an example. I have a little one, and my producer also Tyson has a little one, and also of course Hafiz has a little one. Now these children are very challenging. Now I'll talk on my side. I have a very challenging child. I would also say would be the same. I'm like, there's no father figure in this house. Maybe this is why this baby is behaving like this. But sometimes when you sit down and you talk to them, mine really tells me, it's like, Mommy, I am tired of you coming back late. And what does late mean? About, let's say 8, maybe 8 there, 8:30. She's like, no, you're ever coming back late. How do I parent such a child, just in case this kid brings up such a question to me?
No, that shows you the child has a craving for you.
For mommy.
It is showing you there is a gap in her heart. So you need to sit her down and explain to her, my nature of job is ABCD. But if you leave at 8 every day, for example, a 4-year child will understand. But if you leave at 8,
yes,
in the morning, at what time do you leave?
Like, but we normally live together when I'm dropping her to school. That's about like 7:30, 8, and we go together in the car.
Did you wake up, prepare her, give her tea?
I normally don't let a maid touch on my child. That has
very
been my
good.
norm.
I commend you for that.
I wake up in the morning, shower my child, dress her up, put her in the car, drive her to school. Perhaps what they do for me is maybe when I delay to come back, in the evening they shower her. But if I come back early, I shower my child and I feed my child. But you know, these babies have a tendency, like mine, I will tell you openly. She tells me, Mommy, you're over coming back home late. It's 8. Every time you're coming back home late. Why, Mommy? And I'm like, but I also have a life to live at my age. I want to be out with my friends. But for a kid, perhaps maybe they do not see it. How do I go about that?
When you get children, that thing of saying you have a life to live, let your going back late be driven by your job demands, not your outings.
Wow.
That's why I said a part of you dies. By giving birth to her, a part of you
dies.
You must let it die. You can't continue meeting your friends' expectations. You have to prioritize
hers first.
Her expectations before anything else. You can't come every day at 8. Try to create time, and when you come, tell her, today, don't you say it right? I'm back early. Can we have supper together? Can you tell me how your day was? You pray together before going to bed. You share some teaching. She even shares with you what she learned at school.
Yeah, true.
The new thing she picked up. That way you will create, that craving will go away. It's the craving that makes, and if you don't address it, naturally it dies. They get their own solutions. And they're there. The people you have in your home, you have neighbors, they have siblings who have possibly gone through the same. Mine was lucky, my firstborn started guiding me. You have social media. Actually, since COVID, this has become a problem. We left these children to have phones, but some of the parents have failed to retrieve these phones. To
control the phones.
When children come back from school, Pap, where is my phone?
Where is my tab?
So the only time the children is off phone is school time. And I'm having that battle at my home. It's a battle. Then TV, there is no parental control. Do you know that child can sit on a screen the whole day?
Oh yes, yes.
From morning to evening?
Yes, they do.
How do you handle it?
Well, me, instead of her making for me noise, making for me noise and crying, I rather let her watch TV, Dora, cartoons, SpongeBob. There are very many cartoons, but
it's
anyway.
Not good. It's not good. It affects their brain. What I've done,
yes,
there are times when my children look at me. Of course, some of us want friendship.
Yes.
These cartoons entertain them and they love them.
Yes, yes.
There are times when I pick that decoder and put it in my car.
And you walk with it?
I walk with it. So now they ask me every morning, Mommy, are you going with the decoder?
Now it has become yes.
It's already the time.
Madam Kugonza, when you look into our cameras, what would be your last remarks? My producer is really on my case.
Guys, parenting has no parenting manual, but we learn along the way. As years go by, even your children will teach you how to parent them. Because when I say that I move with my decoder, it's the children who have taught me
to move with the decoder.
I never read it anywhere. You can't stay on the screen for more than 2 hours in a day. Eh? If I say I'll spend a day, I'll go with it. Because I know when I leave you, you're going to spend
more time.
More than 12 hours on that screen. So you keep learning, you keep learning. So parents, I want you to be open to learning about parenting. And there should be no blame games. No blame games. Because we are all learning. It's a journey. Pick up the good practices. Share with your children and eliminate the bad practices. I call upon all parents to build a good relationship with their children right away from the formative years, because when you reach 21, like I said, there is no influence you can have on your child.
As we come, as the last remarks, as we wind up, the holiday is long. What could be your last remarks to the parents? Some of them are saying, aha, now these children are on holiday, to the village, to the grandmother, to the village, to my sisters who have children. What would be your last remarks? I've
even realized that the parents of nowadays, at least if grandmothers were there, I would say it's okay. But now, parents have to make a decision. I've seen them make decision to try and keep children away from home. Either they are in football academies or certain programs. That's where most children are in Kampala and Wakiso. Well, these are good, but there is also negative influence going on. There is negative influence going on. So this holiday, sit with your child, agree on the do's and don'ts. If your child is one who wakes up, eats and drinks, make a change. Allocate duties. And when you come back, ask for accountability. That's what I've done, and it has worked for me. So allocate roles. Don't leave work to the maids. Actually, if you have adult children, even send away the maids. That's my guidance this holiday. Let the children do the work with you. Your
numbers, just in case someone would want to know what parenting is. And of course, the next episode we shall have with you, this time, it will be marriage. Ha, Madame Felista. I have a lot of questions to ask you about marriage. What is marriage? That is another topic for another day. But just in case someone wants to talk to you, to guide them on parenting and in marriage, what are your numbers?
Well, thank you so much. I'm a life coach, by the way, on marriage and parenting. If anybody wants to contact me, I'm on 0774182035.
Social media?
And you can get me on my social media handles, on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Okay.
And Facebook as well. It's Kugonza Felicia Betty. You know, now that's where the youth are.
Yes.
So we decided to reach them through there so that they pick a lesson too, to enable us end up with a good generation.
All right, thank you so much, Madam Kugonza, for coming through. I'll have you again and we talk about marriage. Marriage is very broad. Even my producer Tyson needs to know about marriage because that man has suffered. So we really need to talk about marriage next time. He's laughing at it. But thank you so much for coming through.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It has been a pleasure being here.
Yes, we'll have you again and we'll talk about marriage. Thank you so much for being part of this lovely show. And we have done this all the way from the hour of 9 up to now. Thank you so much. Next time, we'll be talking about marriage. And of course, if you have your questions, you can keep them coming through our social media handles, which is at TikTok U24, YouTube is at U24 Television UG. Follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much. I have been your host, Sheila Kahunde. We'll do this another day, same time, same hour. Fresh and Clean is coming in. Just in case you want to know what is happening, what is trending, well, Fresh and Clean is coming on, and they'll be giving you the latest music, the latest fashion, and everything you need to know about music. For me and the whole crew,